Okay, so the flip-flop is taken, and the first thing to do is to attack on the far left. So 2 commands to activate the group, and 2 to give a combat bonus, so we'll just move over there. Alright, so we've put the heavy cavalry in the lead because they've got a better chance of hitting. So rolling for the attack, they'll be scoring a hit on a 5, and a 6 is good enough, so that's 1 unit spent. The second attack is also heavy cavalry, but it's going to be at a -1 because they are going over the attack limit to attack, because that counts as 2 towards the attack limit, and 4, the attack limit is only 3. But actually, no, because of this flank, these flank chaps, they actually get an attack limit increase themselves, so they can attack without a minus. And we'll use another combat bonus there, so there will be 6 army commands used to do this. And that's a 10, so that's actually a double hit, which is enough to shatter one of those guys, which is quite an impressive or important result. Okay, rolling the dice for morale. A 1 could see the other unit rout as well, and they do. Okay, so that is a significant breakthrough for Carthage. We'll just look at that in a moment. Okay, so looking at the situation now, Carthage rolled a 5, which was enough to bring the cavalry around here, put these guys into position, these guys into position, and these guys into position. So the Romans are now all losing their lead unit bonus because they have enemy to front and rear. Now it's going to be a bit of difficulty trying to get these guys in position. It's almost going to be overkill, but we'll have to wait and see what happens elsewhere. Okay, so now it's time for the Roman turn, and because the Romans have now lost 3 units of heavy cavalry, their fighting value is reduced by 9, so they're at 64, which means they're getting 6 commands plus Sempronius plus the army commands. Okay, so let's do that. So attacking here, no bonus, no, 2 more attacks, an 8 is a miss, and a 7 is a miss, so you can start to see the effect that having them surrounded has. Moving over here, 2 commands to attack, and I think we'll give a combat bonus here because if we could get a double hit on those chaps, it would be well worth it. So hitting on a 9, which is a miss, other 2 attacks, a 10 is a hit, so that's 1 hit on the jumbos, and 1 more attack is a 9, so that will be against the heavy infantry there, so we can all out attack on 9, which will result in a shatter and a dice roll, so a 1. Now that could be a little bit nasty, so let's just think about the ramifications of that. Just give me a moment. Okay, so that morale dice roll was a 1, which means that the entire Carthaginian army was at 1, so -1 for being spent, so they're reduced to 0. The heavy infantry, so they're increased by 1, so they're at +1, but the elephants are at 0, and because they're in the same zone as the unit which just shattered, they rout. So that's a very important dice roll by the Romans. Well done to them. So we'll just remove him, and then we'll go into the attack in the centre. Actually, we'll just do the attack in the centre now. So we've used rolling for however many commands are left, so 5. So that's enough to give attack here and give everyone a bonus. So leading off with this unit, miss, 2 more attacks. A 12 is certainly a hit, and if we all out attack, that will actually be a double hit. So I think it's worth doing an all out attack there. So Hannibal will attempt to rally this. A 9, he rallies the first hit. Second hit, he also rallies, so that was very fortunate. So the Roman was spent to no avail there, and the third attack, also with a bonus, was a 6, which is a miss. So it's all happening here, and with that we'll stop, and I'll just adjust the board to reflect the new reality.